And then we think about mind. So the mind has to come from somewhere. The continuity of the mind has to come from somewhere. How it happened? How the mind, today's mind is continuity of yesterday's mind. Present mind is continuity of the morning mind. So then tomorrow's mind would be the continuity of today's mind. So then the question is, when we conceive in the mother's womb, the continue of that mind came from where? That is the question. So it should come from the previous mind, because mind cannot be produced. The scientists, they have never succeeded in this so far. Mind, they can produce some kind of body also, and then they can produce many artificial things. But mind, they don't know about mind. They cannot produce, even they cannot catch. But they cannot deny also. This is mind, something is there. The brain, they talk about the brain. We talk about the brain. It works as a mind in our body. But it is not the mind. This brain is there, but mind is not there. The person is dead. So we talk about mind. So we talk about previous life, and also about what you call that, future lives. So that then the previous life, the previous life have done many things. So those effects should be there sometime, somewhere. So that is the result of previous karma, right? So that is also, that is called internal cause and effect system. Internal cause and effect system. So there are so many reasons to believe in karmic system, inner cause and effect system. So we must try to analyze about what Buddha, or analyze on what Buddha said, and then we will come to know how true it is. And that is very important. If you don't think about it, and if you can believe in what he said, that is also enough. But sometimes it is not easy to believe. And then you have no time, or you are too lazy to analyze. Then you don't understand at all. There's no way to understand Buddha Dhamma. So we must try. We must analyze, try to understand. Then you will realize. This is for sure. It is guaranteed. You can do it, and you will be able to realize the truth, conventional truth. So after that, we will try to find out ultimate truth, right? So I always tell you that what karmic system is kind of law which applies to everybody. It is nature law. You know, law of nature. When you are thirsty, you drink water. It is universal. It is acceptable for everybody. It is natural law. Similarly, if you eat when you are hungry, then hunger will be gone. That is also for everybody, universal. So similarly, the cause and effect system is also universal. It doesn't matter whether you are Eastern or Western, or white or black, it applies to everybody. So this is law of nature. This is nothing to do with Buddha. It is about the truth, help you from hunger. That is for sure, right? So similarly, the cause and effect system, that is to everybody. So law of nature, karmic system, cause and effect system, that is the truth that we have to accept. But we check it, and then we will find out. We should find out. Otherwise, we leave it out, and then we don't act according to that. Then what will happen is, ultimately, we will be the sufferer. Buddha will not suffer. Nothing will happen to Buddha. We will be the sufferer, right? So that's why we must analyze, try to understand, and then try to realize. So that is about the fundamental about Buddhism. And I always tell that if you consider yourself as a Buddhist, you must develop your faith in karmic system. And sometimes people say, the other day I had a chat with my friend, and sometimes people say, do you know about karmic system? Yes, I do know. Do you understand karmic system? Yes, I do understand. But when you act differently. So you can be caught there. Understanding of karmic system should come from the heart. I tell you that it is not to be understood by the brain. It is to be understood by heart. Feel it. Then what happens? You will hesitate, even getting engaged into a small act of negative action, right? For example, killing a small insect. Maybe which is very irritating for you, but still you will hesitate to kill. And maybe you will try to catch it and throw it away or whatever. So the hesitation must be there to get engaged into negative activities. It doesn't matter. Killing of a human being, everybody hesitates. Not because of law alone. Naturally we hesitate. Some people are very bad people, so-called bad people don't care, nothing. Naturally sometimes they are quite aggressive, and normal people, they hesitate. But when it comes to the small actions, then we don't care much. That shows our understanding level of karmic system. When Atisha, Vibhamkara Atisha, the great Mahapandit, great scholar of Nalanda University who visited Tibet in 10th, 11th century. So when he got, at that time, Buddhism in India was at the peak level. So many scholars are there, so many realized people are there. He visited Tibet, but the Tibetan Buddhism was not matured. So when he looked at the Tibetan practitioners, he was really surprised because small things he noticed. Small things he noticed. Like this book, it's Heart Sutra. Very tiny little thing, but it's Heart Sutra. For Buddhists, it's a huge. It's a huge thing. but you just sometimes you may throw it like this without respect. You must respect. You know, this is Buddha's teaching. This is Dhamma. This is what you call that. One of the three jewels. You know, the representative of one of the three jewels. And sometimes you take like glasses you wear and you take out and you put on the book, the holy book. So that kind of things, you know, you are getting, you are accumulating maybe karma, but you don't notice that much. So he was surprised how these Tibetan practitioners treat the books and the statues and so forth. So the small things matters a lot. We got to know about that because, you know, the small seed can give you huge result. A tiny little seed of fruit tree or whatever gives you a lot of result. See, the inner seed, the effect of inner seed is a lot more than that. A lot more than that. So Buddha has also given an example when he taught this about karma. You know, it is the cause is like you know, in India there is a big tree. I don't know the name in English, even in Hindi, even in Tibetan. There's one tree. So, and then it is a huge tree. It gives the branches goes spread out. So many meters, maybe 300 meters, 400 meters. So under that shadow, 500 horse cart, right? Horse cart can be shadowed under that tree. So huge tree. So nowadays maybe 500 cars can be parked under that shadow. So he gave this example. The cause for that tree is a tiny little seed. The real cause, the principal cause. There are so many other assistant causes or conditions are there, but the principal cause, like watering and getting sunlight and all so forth, that is the associated conditions, you know, associating causes. But the main cause, principal cause is the seed. So seed is tiny little but can give damage result. So and then he said inner seed is much more powerful than the external seed. So our inner related action can give huge results, either bad or good. So we got to be careful, and then we don't be careless about accumulating small good actions, virtuous actions, small, like burning an incense before the statue. Maybe sometimes, like some people, they have some knowledge about Buddha Dharma, and they think they know a lot, and they think they are great, and then they ignore small accumulation of merit. That is also not that is not considered good action, because their small actions matters a lot. That is that is also Karmic System. And then Buddha said karma will never miss to give you the result, even though it passes hundreds of thousands of years. But when the time comes, it will give you the result. Whether negative or positive, it will give you the result. Unless you become in between you become arahat or enlightened, you will definitely face the result. And then karma will not be transferable. It cannot be transferred. If you have committed that action, then only you will enjoy the result. Nobody else can get that result. Nobody else can be affected. And whatever you have accumulated, whatever you have committed, that can never be missed, that can never be wasted, that will definitely give you result. So that is why we got to know, and we must contemplate on this system, and we must analyze, try to analyze. They keep on analyzing, and your understanding will improve. So that is about karma and about Buddhism, what I would like to talk a little bit as an introduction to Buddhism. And then now our Heart Sutra is, as I told you, talking about emptiness, the ultimate truth. Ultimate truth is to be realized for enlightenment. There is no any other way. So one of the great scholars of Nalanda University, Shanti Deva, said, Master Shanti Deva said, they said, all the other methods what Buddha had taught are for realization of perfection wisdom. Like when we talk about the practice of 6 paramitas, 6 perfections. So the 5 perfections are taught in order to realize the 6th one, which is perfection of wisdom, which is ultimate truth, which is emptiness, right? So all these 5 perfections are taught in order to get the practitioners to realize the perfection wisdom. So that is very important. So for that, if you want to, there are 2 nirvanas. There are 2 nirvanas, that is our object. Why we practice Dhamma? Why we practice Dhamma? Because we want to end our suffering. That's the only reason. There's no any other reason. So you must be clear about that. Why we are practicing Dhamma? We want to end our suffering. Wiser and broader way. Then the Bodhisattva actions, and that way, in that way, we want to end the suffering of all sentient beings, including you, but for all sentient, not excluding other beings. So, for that, either for that or either for ourselves, we practice Dhamma. There is no any other reason. We got to know. There is no. We are not supposed to practice Dhamma for the sake of Dhamma, but for the sake of ourselves. So there are 2 kind of liberations. One is oneself to be liberated from samsara. The other is not only oneself, but for all sentient beings. You want to end the sufferings of all sentient beings. So 2 kinds of motivations, 2 kinds of intentions, 2 kinds of people, 2 kinds of practitioners. right, are there. Two kinds. So either of them, we should realize the ultimate truth. Without ultimate truth, without the realization of ultimate truth, without the realization of perfection wisdom, without the realization of this, the meaning of Heart Sutra, you cannot be liberated from suffering. So that's why it is essence, essence of teaching of Dharma, Buddha Dharma.